Today is December 14th, 2010, and we are interviewing Robert James Copsey at his home in Sacramento, California. Mr. Copsey was born on April 26, 1981. My name is Eli Siegel, and I will be the interviewer. Mr. Copsey, could you state what war and branch of service you served in?
I was in Operation Iraqi Freedom, and I was in the United States Marine Corps.
Alright, and what was your rank?
I was a sergeant when I got out.
Alright, and you served in Iraq?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, why did you first decide to enter the service?
It's actually a funny story.
Alright.
So, I was turning 17, and the military was the furthest thing from my mind from, when I was a kid on. I didn't want to join the military. My dad was in the military for 22 years, and so when I was 17, he started bringing all the recruiters by. The Army recruiter came by, the Air Force recruiter, the Navy, and none of them were able to get me. I didn't want to join the military, and they didn't convince me. And then the Marine Corps recruiter comes by, and unlike everybody else, he had all of his stuff together. Everything was like just like this, and he knew exactly what to tell me to get me to join the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
I had one of the things he said was the electronics training I would get, that I would have a 50 grand a year job easy as soon as I got out, And not being someone who was thinking of a career, something I got out was a big deal. But that turned out not to quite be the case. But so that's why I joined. Better recruiter.
Alright, so you joined when you were 18.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, how was training? What did training kind of encompass?
Well, there's a lot of training.
Yeah.
A lot of it's memorizing different things you just need to know to survive in the military, your general orders, and different rules and regulations. When to salute, when not to salute, and different kinds of custom kind of stuff like that. Physically, I didn't think it was all that hard. I had been a cross-country runner for 3 years in high school. So the running part was just no challenge at all to me. But
Alright.
A lot of yelling.
Yeah.
Making beds.
Alright, so was it tough to kind of adapt to life in the military?
No, actually, I didn't realize until I got there that I had been in the military my entire life. My dad was very much a military man, and I was just like a fish to water.
Alright, so where were you deployed at first?
At first, where was I stationed? Or?
Yeah.
I was first stationed in 29 Palms. That's pretty much where I stayed my whole enlistment, except for when I took off to Iraq and left for Iraq around, I think it was January of 2003.
Yeah.
And then we stayed in Kuwait actually for the first 3 months. And then I think it was March 1st or somewhere in there, beginning of March, we went up through the border. And I was actually right behind the first wave of the real fighters, the grunts going out there and whooping ass. And I was part of the combat service support attachment. So, excuse me. Go ahead and edit that out. And, let's see, where was I? So I was with the combat service support attachment. So, our whole job was to make sure the grunts had everything they need.
Yeah.
And so we were right behind them. We got a whole convoy full of gear and food and all kinds of stuff they might need.
Yeah.
And we were just following right up. And it was kind of crazy too, because I'm going through a war zone for the very first time at that moment. So there's dead bodies strewn over around the road and stuff, and it's just kind of surreal.
Yeah.
I really didn't believe it at all.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the interesting things before that happened, I was sitting in a foxhole fighting hole, and they sounded the gas, so we all put our gas masks on and got all our mop gear on, pretty much living in a bubble at that point, and a Scud missile flew right over me. So I was just looking up at this thing, I got my gas mask on, all my mop gear, and I was just blown away. I was like, a Scud missile? Yeah.
Can't really imagine it until you're
Oh,
actually
yeah.
there.
And even see it, it's like, this is totally fake. This is real. But, yeah.
So, cool, you were kind of a support guy for all those.
Yeah.
What other kinds of things did you do in the military?
Well, my MOS was I was a telephone computer technician, so I fixed telephones and computers.
I see.
I had a section of my own before I left, and I was the section head, so I did a lot of managing of my subordinates, and then just teaching them how to do stuff they don't know, and counseling them how to be better.
I see. Are there any stories related to
Oh God.
that you'd like to share?
There's a lot. You know what? This one's a good one. So it was Independence Day actually, and we're I'm in the middle of Iraq, and we're at a pretty decent base. It was a former university. I think it was Diwania was the name of the place. At least that's the way I said it. And we had this kind of like a fun day. It was something you really didn't get over there.
Yeah.
The first 3 months I was with 2 hours of sleep and no showers. It was horrid. But yeah, but that day was great. We had good showers already. The place was all set up, and we had this fun day, and it ended with a talent show at the end of the day. And I was able to get a guitar through the grapevine. It's just amazing the things you can get when you need them. And I played, what was that song? Buffalo Springfield is that There's Something Happening Here. And I played that song for like 2,000 military folks, and got a standing ovation.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. That was about the highlight, I think. One other story I have to tell, just because it was so freaking funny. We had this day where we were just moving a bunch of ammo. So the ammo's pretty heavy, like you get these boxes and you gotta move a lot of it. And you got this truck, we're loading it on, we're loading it, we move it, come back, and load it back on, going. And on these trucks, you have the side that folds down like that, and there's little gaps between the flaps so you can move them. And we're riding on top of the trucks, and we get to where we're going, and we jump off and load it up again. Well, I'm doing this all with my buddy Ram, R-H-E-A-U-M-E, which, yeah, Rams, I don't know. Anyways, he always thought it was cool to have your bayonet on you, on your belt. So he was rolling around like that, and he jumps off of this truck, and the bayonet goes right between where the little flap was. And it's made of metal, so it's not like it's gonna give. And he's there, and he gets caught, and he's just like, and he's just hanging there. And I'm looking at him. I don't know whether to laugh at him or help him out. So I laugh at him for a little bit, and then I pick him up and get him out of there. But it was the funniest moment I think we had over there.
Yeah. Okay. Did you meet any lifelong friends or?
Absolutely. Yeah. I've got a lot of really good friends I stay in contact with.
Yeah.
Actually, one of them died recently, so I had to go down and be part of the funeral. So I was not really be part of it, but support the family and
was
stuff.
he in?
Yeah, he was.
Iraq?
He was in Iraq too. He was with me.
Yeah.
He's a really good friend of mine. Yeah, it was kind of good to get down there and just see all my old friends from then too.
Alright. So did you have any contact with him when you were?
Oh, while I was in Iraq.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had satellite phones we could use, and they wouldn't get the best reception, but it's a voice from home, so it was pretty good. Got a lot of mail. We actually got one of these. I guess we wouldn't really contact from home, but it was a